last DMR in preparation for our test on Friday. So please make sure that if you have specific questions, you raise your hand, you ask them. We are going to copy our key concept, the digit, to the right of the place value. Determines what happens when rounding. 5 or more, round up. 4 or less, stays the same. Again, push pause if you need to in order to make sure that you have the entire thing copied. There is educational philosophy that the more things that you repeat, the more you keep it in your brain. So that's why. All right, we are now making sure that we are rounding to the correct place value. So I'm going to highlight this and make sure that I pay attention. That TH means I have to count backwards. Tenths, hundredths. So this is the place value that I need to end with. Okay. In order to do that, I'm going to underline the 2 in the hundredths place. I'm going to look next door at the 3, and that 3 tells me that that 2 needs to stay the same. So my answer is 1,232 and 62 100ths. Reflection. So make sure you've got your answer. I know to round up when the number is 5 or more. I round, stay the same when it is 4 or less. So push pause, make sure you have something written. Your reflection does not have to be mine, but it has to be something. Then we will move on to cross multiplication. The concept, the cross products of a proportion are equal. Not new. Cross products means that I am going to multiply across 9 7/10 times x. I'm going to put it on one side. So that is my step 1, is to rewrite it. 9.7 times x, 1 43/100ths, times 5 2/10. Step 1, just rewrite it. Step 2, multiply what you can. So I'm going to multiply each side. This side, 9.7 times x just becomes 9.7x. This side, I'm going to use my calculator. 1.43 times 5.2. 7.436. 7.436. So that's step 2. Multiply out what you can. Step 3, you are going to move away from the x. So I'm using that opposite operation of division, which is dividing both sides by 9.7. That means that you will have the x left on this side. So I'm rewriting that step. Step 1, step 2, step 3. And I'm going to use my calculator, do the 7 436 thousandths divided by 9 7/10. That is really gross. I do not like these numbers at all, but I didn't make it, so it is what it is. I'm going to round it to 0.767. So the answer is 0.767 ... Okay? Make sure you've got that written. Reflection. I know to do one step at a time when solving these problems. You are going to continue to see these for years to come. Start practicing it with the right organizational skills now, one step at a time, not across, down, step, 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 step. That helps you in future endeavors.